Hi and welcome to this week's episode of Magoos Corner. I'm your host Trevor Greek. Now we're going to have a look at Division 4 reserves for round 14. A couple of upsets and a couple of close games, but it's still sitting quite pretty at the moment with Salisbury on top with 11 wins and only the 2 losses. Edwardstown fitting into the division quite well. Their B grade is particularly strong actually on 10 and 2. Paraka in third position, just the one game clear of Hope Valley. Eastern Park also on 7 and 5, only separated by percentage there. Westminster sitting in 5 and 8, in 6th position I should say, with Colonel Light. North Haven still surprisingly sitting in second bottom, and Kenilworth 2 games in the positive, 11 games in the rear. Which again, North Haven still don't know what's going on. Really good players in there, good talent in there too, but they just can't get the wins on the board. So just have to see. So looking at the first game, Eastern Park hosted Westminster in what was a bit of a fiery encounter in the ones on Saturday, but looking at these results, and they've entered in the scores for each quarter, which is brilliant, so it makes it look like I sort of know what I'm talking about. Eastern Park getting up front with a kick in the first 4 goals, with Westminster kicking the 1. Going down, unfortunately, 15-11, 101 to 10-9, 69. In the second quarter, Westminster only kicking the 1 goal, but then came and hit back a little bit more with 5 goals in the third, trailing by that the 19 points, or the 21 points, sorry, in the third quarter, so still within it. And then of course Eastern Park kicking away in the last 15-11, and then just getting the biscuits on the day. So we've got Siri with 7, Banks with a couple, McCafferty, Andrews and a few other boys chipping in with Prime, Steen, Fletcher, Cohen Bateson and Siri, the better players there for Eastern Park. From Westminster we had Cowders with 3, Richardson with a couple, Gormley, Kay, Hull, Larwood and Hall. And the best players were Charles, Riccardi, Fisher, Cowders and McKendrick. They're for, I don't know what you call them the Dragons, or we just call them Wazzers. So there, unfortunately for them, Eastern Park getting the job done. Edwardstown, I should say, hosted Paraka at Edwardstown Oval, and it was a closer one, 9-6 62, Paraka's 8-4 52. Level scores in the first quarter. Edwardstown kicking away, it's 4 goals, 3 to nothing to Paraka, and then sort of come back a little bit in the third. And held strong in the end, Edwardstown, to win by the 8 points. So that's a great note. Rhett Davis, old friend from Portland, kicking 3. Sinian with a couple. Grosvenor and our mate Dicker getting in there with 1. Rosensweet, Davis, Tony, Harding and Smith were the better players there for Townies. And for Paraka, Barnes, Illuminato with a couple. Travis, Ashton, Newen and Norris. And the better players were Travis, Newen, Curvin, Norris again and Romeo. So it was very good there for Townie, sitting nicely at the moment. Next game, Colonel Light Gardens took on the top of the table, Salisbury, 5-9-39 to 15-14, 104. Could have been a lot worse. So looking at that, we've got for Colonel Light, Bell with a couple, Ramsey, Madigan and Tom. And the best players were Bell, Hart and Madigan. And for Salisbury, DeCipio with 3. Hancock with 2. Caruso also with a couple. Wheatra kicked in as well with DeCipio and the 2 DeCipio boys, Wheatra, Hancock and Hoffman. Better players out there for the Magpies, and as I said before, they're just cruising. Salisbury just doing their own thing. And the last game of the round, because North Haven having the bye, out at St Mary's Park, Hope Valley traveled to Kenilworth, and the Demons getting the job done, 11-15-81 to 8-8-56. So nice win for the Demons, with Vozzo kicking 6, Greenfield with a couple, and same with Slater, with Perry, Nero, Slater, Greenfield and Vozzo as the better players. Then for Kenilworth, Cooper and Hahn with 2, Riles, Mabley, Eckerman and Taylor. And the best players were Riles, Cooper, Van Vliet, Eckerman and Molinar. So in the first quarter, Hope Valley got out to just the 1 goal lead. Same pretty much all the way through, and it was just in the last quarter where Hope Valley kicked those last winning goals to win the game. Now looking at the next round, round 15, Hope Valley and North Haven travel out to the Demons on Saturday. I don't think it's going to change. I think Hope Valley will get the job done, especially being at home. North Haven in trouble in their 2s at the moment. Paraka and Colonel Light Gardens at Limbom Park. I'm going to go for the home side again in Paraka to get the job done. Kenilworth and Eastern Park out at St Mary's Park. Eastern Park for me. It's a nice drive, hell of a drive. I'll go the Demons on that one. And Westminster Old Scholars and Edwardstown at Tilbrook, Rashid Oval. Townies pretty convincingly, and of course Salisbury have the bye. So once again, we thank our sponsors, we thank the Portland Hotel. Make sure you subscribe to the SA Footballer magazine, and we'll catch you again next week.